Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to No Man's Land. It's spring, the snow is receding, the sun is in the sky, and of course we've got rain coming. So I was just a little bit worked on this I couldn't do myself, so we'll just get in and get going. So yeah, the snow is gradually disappearing. I'd reckon that rain we've got coming later will probably help with that actually. So we are heading to the store. The last day of winter, which I skipped through, I fed the animals, sorted them out. I was going to do some wood selling, but didn't have time. But anyway, never mind. I've also emptied all of the digestate from the biogas plant, so that's all now sitting nicely in our silo. And with the milder weather, we now have a few things to do. One of which is actually we are now in a position that we can start the ploughing that we had to halt over the winter because the ground was too solid, and but also overnight the milder weather has meant that our poplar field is now ready. Hence we are heading to the store. I have made arrangements for us to collect a bio baler, and this will be our last cut of those poplars. But yeah, amazing how quickly the snow is cleared. I'm expecting some of these ridges that are formed because of the already got our bale collector trailer ready as well, but we'll pick that up later on as and when we need to. I thought we'd get on with this first, principally because actually it's going to rain soon, and when it starts raining we'll have to stop baling, or maybe we'll do some ploughing. I don't know when it's going to start raining, but it is forecast. I suppose we could have a quick look. Oh, actually not till much later in the day, but equally that symbol suggests it should be within the next 6 hours, so maybe the weather forecast isn't that accurate. So we might have a whole day of dry weather, or it might start piddling down within the next 6 hours. We will see. But yeah, so very exciting. Back in January, spring is, well, technically spring is here, but spring weather is on its way. So it's nice to see that our fields have quite nicely survived the winter. Some of them have already got crops in, of course. Sheep are doing well. Oh, by the way, also, while I'm on it, while I think about it, oh crikey, they need sorting out again. Already? I only filled them up with straw yesterday. Okay, that's going to start becoming a daily task then. But we've got 50,000 litres of manure. They're also going to need cleaning up. So clearly the bigger numbers of cows is going to start causing us an awful lot of work. We've also got animals due, but our sheep pasture, oh, we've started producing wool. Excellent, this spring. Yeah, the sheep pasture, they have already, we've got newborns, look. Lots and lots and lots of newborns. We may at some point, wow, lots of newborns. We may at some point separate out the males. Maybe we'll do a bit of jiggery pokery and move all the males into one of those pastures so I can just monitor them separately. We'll do the same obviously with the dairy barn. Once we start getting newborns, the males will move into the beef cow pasture and so on and so forth. So, you know, that kind of stuff. I haven't changed the cow pasture yet. Actually, I managed to feed them fine with some hay pellets the other day after I've been to feed the sheep. So maybe we'll see how that goes. The cows in the dairy barn, of course, only being fed with our new organic silage. Oh, I also, of course, finished mixing a whole load of new organic TMR technically, but using the organic silage and the organic hay bales that I bought. It's just going to be a little bit tricky, isn't it? Just because of that lump of snow might make it a bit of a challenge. Right, now, I don't remember how you fold this thing out. Is it that? Ah, it's that. Okay, fine. Gotcha. So let's just there we go. yeah, this first bit, so I'm just going to concentrate a little bit while I get this first line done. Because of the snow there, it's a little bit tricky. Yeah, so yeah, cows fed with the new. I also made a whole load of TMR. I bought another load of 32 hay bales. Yeah, that's the patch that I accidentally ran through. Never mind. So plenty of those. I think we've got. Is it just shy of 500,000 litres I made in the end? Something like that. Let's have a look. How much TMR have we got now? Oh no, what am I talking about? 150,000 litres. I didn't have, yeah, that was, well, quite a lot actually. So that'll keep us going for a little bit. Oh, and that was the other thing. Actually, something else we must do today. Oh, sorry, wrong one. We have got great demand on for sunflowers at the bakery. So that's where we're doing it. And actually, price at the bakery for oats is really good too. So I might sell what we've got. That's basically the last of the crops that we've got left over. So yeah, we might do that at some point as well. I'm not going to sit and do all of these bales on screen. A, I've done it before. B, it takes a long time. But, you know, we'll get a good start. We might do it over a couple of days and mix it up with other things. I just wanted to get going on it, really. While it was nice and dry and sunny, it's good to be back in the fields. As you can see, I brought the pickup over, shortest commute in the world. But, you know, it's good to have it at the farm just in case we need it for something. I might need to go and get that trailer actually sooner than you might think, simply because it will then allow us to clear out the bales that are otherwise probably going to be sitting around in the way. I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to get round this field actually. And of course with this it gives us the opportunity, if we want to connect this field up to some of the other fields. I say this will be the last time that we'll do poplars in this field. I'm not saying that I won't do them again. I actually quite enjoyed doing this, and actually I rather like the biobaler. It's time consuming, but it's kind of fun. Oh, 1% short. So close. I'm not going to be able to get all the way down there anyway, to be honest, from this side, so there's not a lot of point. Oh, and here comes the rain. Ah, so I was right. Okay, well, let's try. Hang on, which way? Why is that not? That's why. Yeah, I think this is now going to tell me it's sod off. I don't know, I'm assuming we can't create bio bales. It's still harvesting at the end of the day, so I'm assuming the game isn't going to let us, but let's try. No. Although, strangely enough, I'm not getting up with the warning. I'm not getting the warning come up. But it's not letting me do anything anyway. Nope, not a thing. Okie dokie. So I'll just leave that there. Right, what I could do though is go get the bale trailer. Let's at least get these two up and out of the way. And actually, also, I've got another one, of course, if you remember, that I managed to leave sitting in some undergrowth. So I can go get me that one out and we'll put that on the trailer. Then I think we better put the trailer away somewhere dry. And then while it's raining, might as well go do some ploughing. What it does also mean... Oh, right, okay. So yes, that's magically appeared in the weather forecast now. Should be dry by 12 at the latest, so... Okay, let's go get the trailer. Right, okay, this could be a little bit tricky actually. I haven't tried this with the bio bales before, it just occurred to me. I hope it actually works with them. The other one did lovely. Yes. Good-o. Whoa. Why can I not fold that up? Yeah, why can't I fold that up? Surely I should be able to. Right, let's just grab... Hang on, go open the door. Let's grab the massive Ferguson with the front loader. Ooh, very wet. Yuck, 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 yuck. Very wet indeed. I say it should help to get rid of some of this snow anyway. Right, okay. Spin it around, put the bucket on. Ooh, got a bit of grass growing in through. Spray the whole building, even though it's only been there for about 12 months or thereabouts, probably when I put it in. Nicely done. Right. Beautiful. So if I basically just drop this in front of this, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? There we go. Oh, it even collects it automatically. That's very funny. I likes it. Even if slightly unrealistically, that is quite funny. Wow. Now it really is raining. Okay, let's get this in the dry. Now I'm slightly confused. Why can't I... What am I not doing? Oh, transporting position. You don't fold it up, you have to put it into transporting position. Okay, fair enough. My bad. Let's bring this in here. Out, oops. Out the wet. There we go. Right, I think actually what we'll do now, while we've got good prices, is let's go sell those crops. And for that, I better run in the rain, keep under the lee of this, go get the truck, because I think it's the only covered trailer that we have. Plus, to be fair, it's also the only one, although the 29,000 litres of sunflower will be a bit much. The barley we've got will definitely need the bigger trailer. Right, okay. So quick swap over. By the way, a couple of things. I did mention this on one of my videos the other day. Spectacle Island, for those that you are still watching on 19, and thank you, because I know it's not most popular, but I still love the game, and till No Man's Land 22 comes out, which is coming, and I'm already horrified by the fact I will start again, but you know, I'm going to continue playing on here, and I was going to continue playing on Spectacle Island, but for those that are wondering, and maybe you're not, maybe nobody cares, I don't know. But anyway, I thought I'd mention it. We've got canola. Why have we... Hey? We have canola? We do have... How did I not notice that we had canola? Okay, that's weird. Not stunning prices at the moment, but the oats one really interests me. That's 1,044 and still going up, as opposed to all the other prices well below 1,000. It's a good price. Right, let's get that covered. Where are we going? Bakery. We seem to get good price at the bakery. I'm kind of hoping at some point that we'll get good prices at places like the garden centre and stuff. Let's just never go there. We could just go there anyway, right? I need to fix that patch of grass that I am absent-mindedly, rather accidentally, managed to put into that field. And then figure out what I'm going to do with that field. Actually, I might either sell or move, maybe, the greenhouses. Maybe we'll move the greenhouses. Actually, that could be the answer. I did try, over there, we'll just pause a minute, and again, I'll fill you in on all the things that have been going on. I did try to put the big chicken unit over there. You can see there's a sort of space where I've cleared snow and a few lines of snow where I've mounded it up either side. I couldn't get it to work. Although I'd cleared quite a big space, bigger than the building looks, I think it needed a much bigger surface area. But then of course, rather annoyingly, I then got on and did a few bits, using up the rest of the day. And now, I'm going to double check, because that is the bakery. Okay, good. Then of course all the snow magically disappeared, and if I'd have left it, I would have been fine. But I hadn't, so I wasn't. But actually, I've had a thought since, and I've still got those lines there, which means I still can't place it. But actually, I'm umming and ahhing about doing something different. So there might be a time lapse coming of me doing that area. And actually, maybe what I should do as part of that is move the greenhouses, and maybe we'll put those down over there as well. Partly because if I'm going to fill up with manure, well, that's when my manure's being produced. Partly because I'll always be around the cows every a day or so with the water tanker. So, it's all together then, isn't it, kind of thing. So it might make sense. And then I'll move them away to this field and allow me to expand this field right into the end here. So I could keep that as a standalone field, or eventually connect it round to the one on the other side, or whatever. So I might, for now, just do that with these fields, expand them up right up to the end. And keep them as standalone fields for now. Now I've built my house right in the middle of them. I'm going to leave the oats for now until that price settles, and let's see where it ends up at. Is it still going up? Oh, it has settled. Oh, fine. Price for canola at Sweet Shop is going up, so that might be another one. Okay, fine. Another trip to the bakery then. So, oats. I've got some corn as well, though corn prices aren't that great at the moment, so we can definitely leave that. See if that canola price at the Sweet Shop stabilises. 71,000. Nice. Nice. Good start to the new year. Excellent. Now I would ask, and I know that interest in 19 is probably waning at this point in time, I might just make this a streaming map, just stream it when I get time and play it myself in between or something, I don't know. But I'm not going to stop playing it. But it will take me a while to move it to 22. That said, I was just thinking, because obviously I won't have all the mods available to do some of the things that I've got on here yet. And I kind of, before I start playing on it too much, kind of want it, at least with the stuff that's on here now, right? Even if I can't immediately do all the additional stuff, or at least equivalents, I kind of want to keep it as samey as I can, so that it is almost a continuation. That said, of course, actually, I'll go grab the plough and let's carry on that train of thought. Oh, okay, I'm gonna dry a minute. Right. Ploughing. I thought we'd start with this one. There is a new one, of course. If you remember, we cut down some trees, but I don't think I've actually removed the trees yet. So I need to move the trees out of the way before we can really start ploughing it. So there's that one to do as well. And of course, we also talked about what we're going to do with that space over there. And as I just said, I also, at a minimum, need to also clear out that grass that I managed to inadvertently put into that field. But I thought, at least for now, we should start with this one. Doesn't really matter what order we do them in, but given that we marked this one out already, it kind of makes sense for me to start here. But yeah, so as I was just saying, of course, one of the great things about 22 is that although I may not have some of the sell points yet, like, the dairy, the bakery, or, well, what I've called the dairy and the bakery and the sweet shop and blah, 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 because Jim's going to do those separately, I will, of course, have all of the, oh, there's a tree. I will, of course, have all of the production facilities. So actually that will massively increase. So I will make some changes because I'll use some of those buildings. I haven't really explored them that much yet. So I may, because it'd be nice to take advantage of those features. Equally, I don't know what Jim's planning. Maybe he'll put some of that capability into some of his stuff. I don't know, but it would be good to start taking advantage of some of that too. So yeah, bear with me. I will move over at some point. It's not out yet when I'm recording this. It might be by the time I put this out, I don't know, but I do like 22, so I will move it over. Mind you, I still like playing 19. For me, it's the map. This map, I love it. I don't care what game I play it on. It's still awesome fun. And I've still got loads of plans that I wanted to do. So we'll take our time in transferring it over. But now I'm just going to go around where that tree is, and then I'll cut that and come back and do that patch. It's the funniest thing, this plough, but I do love it. So we'll get a few more fields cut this spring, hopefully get them ready in time that we can use them during the year. I'm going to, for safety's sake, put an extra little sort of headland row, if you like, down the bottom here, so we've got that done. It looks like it's fairly set in, despite according to the weather forecast, it's going to clear up by midday, but this looks like it's going to be here a wee while, actually. I do find it quite amusing that oh yeah, I'll get on with the poplars, and then of course it starts chucking it down with rain within, 2 and a bit bales worth. But there you go. It's all jobs that need doing, and there's no real rush. I mean, it does give me the option to connect that up to some of the other fields, which was always my plan. I think I've talked about that before. So we could gradually start to introduce it, connect it to some of the other fields once those poplars are out. So it'd be nice to do it sooner rather than later. But we have got 6 days of spring. The ground is nowhere near warm enough yet to start planting, seeding. So, I really shouldn't be doing that like that, should I? It's not like this is a proper plough. I don't feel so concerned about it. So, there's plenty of time for that kind of stuff. I'll need to come and sample these fields, of course, need to do soil sampling, get the right levels of lime and an early level of fertilizer, etc. We have got hundreds of thousands of litres of digestate. I may also through the year sell the manure at the biogas plant and get digestate out of it. Equally, I might build up the amount of manure I've got so that maybe next year we'll do muck spreading instead of slurry spreading. But we'll do digestate this year, at least until we've run out. So that should get us our first level of fertilisation on any fields that, haven't already had it. So lots to be done at this, at the start of the year, which is cool. I mean, I enjoyed winter. I love the snow. We did lots of other things. We built the house, but I love spring's exciting. Spring is an exciting time on the farm when there's lots to be done. What's the latest on the weather? Still saying it'll clear up by 12. I'm not so convinced about that. It always, spring, new year, new beginnings, always is the case. But I think, especially at this point in time on the farm, we've got loads of money to invest. Exciting times. Loads to do. Ooh, and I can finish. We also need to factor in some time. In fact, you haven't even seen it yet. We should do an overview, a flyover of the new river, because of course, as soon as I created it, it snowed. But I've got to finish texturing that as well, so that still needs to be done. And now the snow's gone, that'll be a lot easier. I could have done it while the snow was there, because I could have just painted over the snow. It would have gone, removed the snow, but it was a bit risky. So patience is a virtue. Was worth waiting. What I am, of course, excited about moving to 22, quite apart from all of the extra capacity for slots. I did say that my next map, I would move to the PS4 version so I can use my side panel again. But if my next map is No Man's Land, I'm sticking to the PS5 version just to give me those slots. So I've got lots to play with. Because what I could do with this map, wow. Lots of trees you can put in, lots of different fences and hedges and plants, and there's so much you can do. All the production facilities, everything. Will just massively change my approach, or not change my approach. I'm still going to build it organically like I have been, but it just increases the possibilities, right? So that's that. I think we'll stop there actually. We're probably rapidly approaching the half hour, so I'm going to stop down here. I'll come and cut this tree, bring the truck up to take it away, and then actually I'll need a stump grinder. I don't have a stump grinder, do I? I need some sort of mulcher or something. I'll have a look and see what there is. Otherwise we'll just get the in-game one, because I've got a few to do. But yeah, so let's stop there a second. Oh, sudden silence. You don't get the rain when you're in landscape mode. So this is the river as we had it before, right? None of this is textured really. I've done a little bit of texturing over here. I'm thinking of putting a ford in at this point so I can get across to these fields down this track. This, I think, is all pretty much you've not really seen because it snowed almost as soon as I'd finished it. So this has got hedge all the way around it. I have textured this sort of little sort of cut off Oxbow Lake type thing, which isn't particularly well done, but it's looking good anyway. That's the sort of texturing. So I need to do that all the way along here, which is going to be a job and a half, but it'll be well worth it when it's done. And this is the new bit, right? So I think originally I'd cut it all the way up to about here, but none of this was textured. So this is now all textured rock, which is why it's, you know, it's cut through the rock here. It's a little bit of sand on the edges, a little bit of mud, wet mud, and you just sort of fly through this rocky bit back down to the lower ground, which is a bit softer. And you can see it's not even, right? It still needs work. It's unfinished, but I've sort of put a sort of dual texture, so there'll be more. This wet texture will then come round. I need to add this sort of higher level sand texture all the way. So sort of got the wet sand, then the wet mud as you go in. And you can see here that I've got patches of that. So the point is to then to sort of mirror that all the way up. So actually that's all. Actually, no, I've done it around, haven't I? Questioning that, actually, I think I prefer the texture. But I quite like this sort of, you know, you've got patches of mud coming in, and I'll probably do, if I do the base of it in this mud texture, but have that just eke into here at some point. So it'll be a bit more varied in terms of the texture that we've got. But yeah, so all this to do, but there it is. This bit is essentially finished. I say I'll bring in some of that mud texture as well underneath. There's bits of undergrowth, you know, bits of weed and stuff in the water itself, and then over to our bridge where it then connects up to the lake. But yeah, now the snow's gone, you can really see it. I suppose what I've tried to do, I guess, and that's what I've done, is I've mirrored what Jim had done, you know, so I've been trying to mirror that all the way up. Probably nowhere near as nice, it won't look anywhere near as good as Jim's, but yeah, I quite like it. But yeah, this needs to come down actually a little bit looking at it compared to what Jim's done. I need more of this sort of mud texture at the top. And of course that actually stops here. That was as far as I got, was that corner. So this all needs doing. But I'm pleased with it. I like it. And I love the rocky bit over there. That was always my plan. So there's our river, folks, carving its way through no man's land. But I'm going to call it a day there. I'll get that tree sorted out, and I say I'll go and remove those others that were over on the other field. That'll be our next one to cut, which was this one over here, just a little field in this corner. And then yeah, then the next thing to do field-wise will be to think about cutting this field, which will be a big field. Wow, look at that. And that'll mean taking out some of these smallish trees. But yeah, so that'll cut in there, and then all that texturing to do. Loads to do. But I say, depending on what the weather does and where things are, I may continue this and do the chicken. I think we'll put the chicken thing over here. So that'll be done at some point as well. But I'll stop wittering on, because you know that's all I do is witter. But I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated. And whatever you do, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.